The great thing about traveling families is you get to the good stuff really fast. Like, it seems like we've all peeled away the superficial, and you connect much faster. I think it's because we all know we have this limited time to connect.
Yeah.
So let's just forget the superficial stuff and get right to the good stuff.
So hey guys, I want to introduce you to my new friend Michael Boyink. And did I say your name right?
Yes, sound effect, Boyink.
That's great. He runs a blog called Ditching Suburbia, and their website is really, really top notch. And I love it. The joke we've been talking about all weekend here is that all of us RVers and Instagrammers have always used the hashtag Ditching Suburbia because it's such a great name. And then most of us are like, wait, those people exist?
Yeah.
And
failure on our marketing part, evidently.
No, I think it's a great marketing. But they have a phenomenal resource for any of you guys that are interested in RVing and interested in not just RVing, but kind of ditching suburbia, like getting out of the humdrum of life, you know, and you've heard us talk about it. So I want Michael to just take a few minutes and kind of talk about the vision and the things that they've done. So we changed spots because it was a little loud over there. So yeah, I just, Michael, just kind of, first off, tell us about like how long have you been on the road with your family?
Yeah, so we left in September of 2010, so it's been nearly 6.5 years.
Wow.
And we left with a 12-year-old and a 13-year-old. The 13-year-old is now 20.
Wow, man.
Off on his own, working a job, so we moved one out of the trailer, and my youngest is 18 with us yet.
Wow. And that right there, like, what a great resource to know that Michael's been there, done that, raised kids in it.
And all the mistakes for everyone else to learn from.
yeah, well, and that's good. So yeah, tell us just kind of more or less your vision for Ditching Suburbia and some of the things that, has been laid on your heart to do.
So Ditching Suburbia, we get a lot of RV traffic, but we don't consider ourselves an RV site specifically. It's for families that want to find a path out of the traditional suburban life. And we've got 4 core values that we try to gear all of our content around. It's simple living, closer family, richer education, and uncommon adventure. So families that want to simplify out, they want closer sibling relationships, better relationships with their kids. Homeschooling, so richer education by getting out of schools and going and visiting history where it happens, and then adding some adventure back into our world. I think our American life, the suburban life, largely is one of comfort and removing risk, and we wanted to see some adventure and a little more risk back in our worlds again.
Yeah, did you find yourself in a little bit of a humdrum of...
Oh, absolutely.
We call it the sticks and bricks community, where you kind of feel the pressure, where you have to get a house, and then when you get too big for the house because you have more kids, you gotta get a bigger house. And
so we had just our starter house yet. So we bought our starter home, the one you're gonna put the sweat equity into, because that's what you do, and then flip it for money. And then literally the week we were looking for the next house, I got laid off out of the corporate world. So that started our self-employment and homeschooling journey.
For those of you guys that watch this, I know for myself, even this week, I've had two Skype interviews with people who are like, wow, man, we love your channel. We love what you guys are doing. We have more questions about it. Ditching Suburbia would be a huge resource that I would highly recommend to you too. Things that, and we said this a few days ago, that things that we wish we had when we first started. Like, is RVing for me? Like, is homeschooling for me? Yeah. You kind of need somebody like these guys that, when everyone else is kind of convincing you that you're foolish, like somebody who's
been
there
ruin your kids,
and done that says like, no, this actually can be a rich, joyful life, So man, well, let's talk about this. Like, talk about community in this lifestyle and maybe some of the ups and downs and what you've experienced there.
Yeah, and that's one of the primary concerns that we always hear. Are we going to be lonely on the road, especially for families with onlys, if just one child?
Oh, yeah.
And so we've written a lot about community over the years. What we've learned is it's out there, but you have to purpose to find it.
Yeah.
We've driven hours to spend time with families that we like.
Yeah.
And even just within the past month, we've spent 4 hours on one day to go visit a family that we wanted to meet. So it's out there, but it's not like the suburban life where you can walk out 3 doors down and find something to go play with. But it is out there.
And then once you're there, in those communities, sometimes they can be your next door neighbors for a bit too.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the other great thing about traveling families is you get to the good stuff really fast. Like it seems like we've all peeled away the superficial. And you connect much faster. I think it's because we all know we have this limited time to connect.
Yeah.
So let's just forget the superficial stuff and get right to the good stuff.
That's a really good insight, man. You realize that you're in this place, like for us, when we're at a campfire, and all of a sudden we realize, like, wow, we've got a lot in common, and then there's something deeper there. Yeah. And I think, for us, like our kids experience that too. Like our kids find themselves in this common interest with other kids that are traveling on the road and stuff like that. So yeah, man, maybe speak to like what would you recommend for people to find community? Like what types of things? A rally, for instance, like where we're at right now.
Yeah, this has been a community.
Yeah.
Facebook, all the online tools are best. There's, we were talking earlier, there's no magic technical solution to pull up an app and see where the 6 families are around you. There's people trying different things. Nothing's really hit well yet. So basically what we've done is just follow a lot of blogs, and we just kind of look for people who look like they're posting in the same general area that we're at, and they'll reach out and say, hey, you have to believe that we're not axe murderers.
You have to take that risk, right?
And hey, I think we've got some kids that would like to spend some time with other kids, and if you guys are up for it too, maybe we could come hang out and meet. And we've done that a number of times and made really good friends that way.
So this is a good plug for ditchingsuburbia.com,
right.
But tell them about where they could find some of those blogs.
So one of the things, even when we were looking to get on the road, I'm a huge researcher, so I went out and found all the blogs, the active blogs of traveling families that I could find, and that content still lives on Ditching Suburbia. We've got what we think are the most up-to-date blog rolls and vlog rolls and Instagram rolls of anyone on the internet. So in our resources section, I know we've got like 160 blogs of traveling RV families, and then probably about 100 sailing families and about 100 or so globetrotting families.
Wow!
And I don't remember the numbers for the other accounts, but
to say that was a huge resource for us because we had started vlogging, and we were like, are there other people out there that do this? And we were doing it for like a couple months, and then, like I said, we came across the website, and I was like, oh, there's a vlog roll. Oh, I want to meet those people. And that was a huge resource for us. And honestly, we started following other YouTube channels that were similar to ours based on your website. So, man, huge resources there. Man, can you recommend to anybody maybe give me a top 3 like of blogs that you're reading right now? Not that they would be better than any of the others, but some features that you're like, oh, I would really check this out, or vlogs or something like that. Obviously, check out Trent and Siobhán's vlog.
Right. Other families that we followed over the years. Currently Wandering is a good one. The Curran family, they're in an Airstream with 3 young kids, very outdoors, active folks. So if you're looking to take your family to places where you can hike and bike and do all that, they're a really good resource. Good folks. Mish is another one. They were Airstreamers as well, but they moved into a truck camper with 3 kids.
Wow!
I still don't know how they did it. And they spent a bunch of time down in Mexico even. So if you're thinking you might want to jump across the international border,
world schooling,
and go that route. And
I like that.
And they did some amazing trips as well. And then a good sailing family to follow would be sailingtotem.com. They've been on the water for 8 years.
Wow.
Raising kids. I think their oldest is now 16 or 17. So they've got 3 on the water. And
I've been hearing a lot about, boat schooling, they call it, right? And that's an interesting...
And there's so many similarities. The way we're parked here, this might as well be a marina with boats floating.
You're right.
It's not that much different of a lifestyle, really.
Yeah, Siobhán, we talked about narrow boating in England,
yeah,
which
okay.
is kind of interesting. So, well, awesome, man. Thanks for your time today,
Yeah.
and just for giving our viewers a little bit of a taste of the other people out there and where they can find resources.
Yeah.
That's a really huge thing. So check out ditchingsuburbia.com. And thanks for watching, guys. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe if you like what you're watching. And remember, we can make the world better.
I believe we can.